Good morning, students. This is class 10 science. Today we are going to start a new chapter. How do organisms reproduce? You all know what is reproduction. Reproduction is a process of formation of young ones of a species by the grown-up individuals. You know, reproduction is the process in which grown-up individual form young ones of the same species. The young ones broadly resemble one another as well as with the adults so that they can easily be recognized by the members of the same species. And for the process of reproduction, the grown-up individuals spend a lot of energy and resources, despite the fact that reproduction is not essential for the survival, unlike life processes like nutrition, respiration, excretion, etc. However, reproduction is very important for organisms. Reproduction is not essential for the survival, but it is important part of their life. Organisms reproduce to continue the chain of life, to pass on its genes which are acquired over millennia. Reproduction is essentially a process by which individuals produce new individuals of the same kind, and this process is very important for the existence of life. Different organisms reproduce in different ways, and we'll study the different methods of reproduction. But before studying this, we will study about the importance of reproduction. What is the importance of reproduction? Usually, organisms reproduce for the continuity of life. By this we mean it is due to reproduction that life has continued on earth since its origin till today. Reproduction is important for the continuity of life. Next, for the perpetuation of species. The meaning of this is reproduction is an answer to death. It allows indefinite survival of a population and perpetuation of species, for the continuity of species. Third is organization. It maintains organization in a population by maintaining the number of elderly, adults, young individual, and infants. It maintain a order or number. Then another importance of reproduction is variations. Reproduction introduces new variations, and transfer of variations also. Useful variations are transferred to progeny through reproduction. So these all are the importance of reproduction. I'll repeat: for the continuity of life, for perpetuation of species, for organization, for variations, and for the transfer of variations. These all are the importance of reproduction. So we have studied what is reproduction and what is the importance of reproduction. Now, do all organisms create exact copies of themselves? Do all organisms create exact copies of themselves? Yes. Every organism has a particular body design which is maintained in all its members generation after generation. All of us, all individuals, all organisms, we can say, have a particular body design. And this particular body design is maintained by all of its members from generation to generation. And the body design is governed by a blueprint that is contained in its DNA molecules. The body design of a particular organism is maintained by DNA molecules. Blueprint contained in DNA is transferred from one generation or from one cell of its progeny to chromosomes. For this, every time a cell has to divide or reproduction has to occur, DNA of the parent has to undergo replication and build its copy. However, DNA alone cannot create life. DNA alone cannot create life. It has to be accompanied by cell apparatus. Therefore, along with DNA replication, new cell apparatus has also to be built up for its working. And like every biochemical process, DNA replication occurs in the form of numerous steps. Since these reactions are occurring in a sea of chemicals, we can say that these reactions occur in a sea of chemicals. Some mistake can happen in picking up the right raw material. Therefore, DNA copying is liable to have certain variations. DNA copying is liable to have certain variations. It produces identical copies, but they may not be similar to the original DNA. Variations may not have any impact on body design. Such changes remain in the population. They are likely to help in adaptation to changes in the environment, as well as they form the basis of evolution. However, some changes in DNA copying may be so drastic that the new DNA may not be able to work in cellular apparatus it inherits. Such cells die. Such cells die. Now we'll study about the importance of variations. What are variations and what is the importance of variations? Variations are differences in structure, form, function, and behavior of individuals from the standards of species. They develop in asexually reproducing organisms exclusively by faulty DNA replication. In sexually reproducing organisms, they additionally develop due to crossing over in meiosis, chance separation of chromosomes during gamete formation, and chance combination of chromosomes during fertilization. Okay, so we can say these all are the importance of variations. Variations are important for the struggle of existence, for organic evolution, and for new varieties, for new variations. These all are the importance of variations. Now we will study how do organisms reproduce. Usually the organisms reproduce in two ways. The first method is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. What is this asexual mode of reproduction? It is the mode of reproduction in which new individuals develop from specialized or unspecialized somatic part of a single parent without forming gametes and their fusion. Or we can say in this process, only a single parent is involved and no gamete formation takes place. In this process, only a single parent is involved and no gamete formation takes place. And in this process, new individuals develop from specialized, maybe specialized or unspecialized somatic part of a single parent. Then what are the main characteristics of this asexual reproduction? First of all, it is uniparental. Uniparental means it requires only a single parent. Then absence of fertilization, no fusion of gametes takes place. Then mitosis, all the divisions are mitotic. Meiosis is absent. Then similarity, all individuals derive, all individuals are derived from a single parent, are genetically similar to one another as well as to the parent. Okay, then rapidity, it is a rapid method of multiplication. And occurrence, asexual reproduction is found in unicellular organisms, simple plants and animals. Vegetative reproduction is found in plants only, and it is also a mode of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is absent in higher animals. Now, what is sexual reproduction? There are different modes of asexual reproduction which we'll study later on, but before it, we'll learn what is sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? In this process, two parents are involved and gamete formation takes place. Two parents are involved and gamete formation takes place. Meiosis is an important step in sexual reproduction. And we can say sexual reproduction is a mode of multiplication or formation of young ones through the process of formation and fusion of gametes. The fusing gametes generally come from different parents, so that sexual reproduction is most, in sexual reproduction most animals are biparental. We can say sexual reproduction is biparental, means two parents are required. Now, we'll switch back to asexual modes of asexual reproduction. The usual methods of reproduction found in single organism is asexual reproduction. It occurs by fusion, it occurs by fission, by budding, by vegetative propagation, by regeneration, by fragmentation, by spore formation. There are different modes of asexual reproduction. We'll study one by one in our next class. Thank you and have a nice day.